Good evening. My name is David Esep. Today, I want to talk about something that is personal and important. It affects thousands of boys and men, yet it is often ignored. Terry Crews once said, "People need to know that you can be victimized no matter who you are." He said this when he testified before the United States Senate about his own experience as a survivor. This quote matters because it gets to the heart of what I am speaking about today. And I want to honor Terry Crews, not only as a well-known actor and former NFL player, but as a man who chose honesty over silence. See, people see Terry as strong, confident, and larger than life. Yet he said, everyone sees the tough guy, but no one ever asks what pain he hides behind his smile. For years, he kept silent about the assault he experienced. He feared he would be laughed at or even dismissed. In his own words, "I was ashamed." But silence only feeds the shame. His story exposes something that affects many men. Dr. John Grodnichuk, a clinical psychologist in British Columbia, explains that men often hold everything in rather than reaching out for help. That silence can lead to serious long-term harm. Terry Crews eventually chose to speak out. He began encouraging other men to do the same thing. Dr. Ronald Levant, a psychologist known for his work on masculinity, says that when men express emotion and seek care, they redefine what real strength looks like. Terry Crews shows that men can struggle, men can hurt, and men deserve real support. His courage leads me to my own story. What silenced him also silenced me. Starting as early as 3 and 4 years old, I lived through physical, emotional, and even sexual abuse. I carried that silence throughout my childhood and into my teenage years. I was afraid that speaking up would put the people I loved the most in danger because of things I saw my own biological father do. But when I was 19, David, my biological father, took his own life, and that loss caused even more confusion and grief. Yet, I remained silent. I did not open up about my own trauma until I was almost 28 years of age. By then, I could see how it was shaping my life, my marriage, and even my sense of worth. I struggled to accept love. I struggled to trust it. I even struggled to believe that I could deserve to be loved. People have asked why I never spoke up sooner. The truth is simple. Boys and men are often told to toughen up, not to cry, and not to show fear. Many grow up believing that silence is strength. I was one of them. That boy was me. And that silence is a major reason why I'm speaking about men's mental health today. I refuse to allow my son to grow up believing that he has to hide pain the way I did. My story and Terry Crews' story are only two examples of a much larger problem. If we want to change the culture, we must address the policy that surrounds it. And this is my proposal. The United States of America should expand federal funding for men's mental health services. And there are clear reasons as to why that is. See, men, I said men, account for nearly 80% of suicides in the United States. Dr. Ogrodnichuk explains that suicide is the most common cause of death for men under the age of 50. Many men reach the point of crisis without ever seeking help. James Mahalik, a researcher who studies men and health behavior, has written that men's reluctance to seek help remains one of the biggest challenges in modern mental health care. We need services that are created with men in mind. Dr. Ogro-Nichuk's research shows that men respond better to support that recognizes how they process stress and emotion. When those programs do not exist, men often fall through the cracks. See, Terry Crews captured this perfectly when he said, "Silence almost destroyed me, and every man deserves a place to be heard and to heal." Dr. Levant adds that when governments invest in men's mental health, families grow stronger and cycles of violence break. Increasing federal funding would save lives and help men finally receive the support they truly deserve. Now let me return to the quote that I began with. Terry Crews once said, "People need to know that you can be victimized. You can be victimized no matter who you are." See, we heard Terry Crews' story. We looked at how silence affects both boys and men. I shared how it shaped my own life. And we saw why this issue needs brutal action. Men deserve to be heard. They deserve support. They deserve a chance to heal. You see, my friend, strength is not in hiding pain. Strength is healing from that pain. Thank you.